Something went wrong. Is my voice clear, guys? Hello?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So today we are going to
Yes, I
start.
can.
Thank you. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, but before we start, I would like to discuss with you some data about these graphs concerning the biome. Now, these graphs here are representing two types of data, which are average temperature and average precipitation. Each one is represented with different graph. Now, the green line represents the temperature, and precipitation represents the red blue column represents the precipitation. And you should tell or describe this graph by saying this graph represents two sets of data in which the average temperature is constant in the whole year and it's near to 30, okay, while the average of precipitation is very high from January till March, and it starts to decrease in May, March, April, May. It's high also. It will start to decrease after May. Yani dropping in the precipitation amount during June, July, August, and September. It will start to increase again till December. So you have to understand each graph of these. Here it's temperate grassland where the temperature is increasing, start to increase from January, and it has the maximum amount in July and August. Then it will start to drop again after August till December. Each one of these graphs should be understood carefully. All right. Can anyone tell us about the taiga? The taiga here. Extend this graph for us, please. The taiga. Yes, Tala.
This graph have two sets of factors: average precipitation and average temperature.
Okay.
Start average temperature, it was low from January to April, and then from May it start increasing till September, and then from September to December it's just decrease again. The average precipitation, it was low at most of the year. Just it was high at May and July.
Yes, excellent. All right. There is also another point I would like to mention that in addition to the six biomes we learned about, there is a biome, also some other biomes that occur globally, okay, but on a smaller scale, not on a large area, okay. These biomes, such as example of these biomes is the chaparral. هذا الشابرال هو biome. It exists in smaller area. زي مثلا this chaparral exists in California, including the central and southern coast of California in the United States. Not in all United States. It's only in central and southern coast of California. It also exists also or located in the southern and western coast of Australia. So this chaparral biome, also called Mediterranean shrubland. What is the characteristics of chaparral biome? It is hot, dry, and cool, dry summers and cool, moist winters. Okay, this is the characteristic of this biome. It's hot, dry summers and cool, moist winters. And over the year, temperature in the chaparral range from 10 Celsius degree to 40. The annual precipitation is low, يعني it's sometimes low in summer and it's good in winter, okay, and occurs mostly during the winter as rain, the precipitation. There are dominant plants that live in the chaparral, more evergreen shrubs, okay, and as we said, this occur globally on a smaller scale, like in these places in California, Australia, okay. That's for this lesson. Anyone has any question about this lesson, guys? Anyone has any question about this system?
Yes,
Tasneem?
can you repeat the chaparral thing you were talking
Yeah,
about just now?
بقول لك in addition to the biomes that we learned about the 6 main biomes, we said before that biome is a large area that has specific climate and plant communities. هلا there are, in addition to the 6 major biomes, there are also some other biomes. They occur globally, okay, but on a smaller scale, not in a large area.
Okay.
Okay, these are called chaparral, and this chaparral biome is characterized by hot, dry summer and cool, moist winters. And winter it is this يعني moist winter means rain in the or precipitation in the winter as rain. Okay, so and it has dominant plants there like the evergreen shrub. This chaparral found in small areas across the globe, like the central and southern coast of California in the United States, the southern and west coast of Australia, and other places. Okay? You understand now, Tasneem? يعني هو bio, but it happened on a smaller scale.
Okay, got it. Thank
Yeah?
you.
تمام. Okay, so today now we are going to start our new lesson, which is the marine ecosystem. Now, I would like first to show you, these are the marine ecosystems, just 1 minute. Now, marine, you know what is marine? What is marine, guys? Hello, guys, what is marine? Who can tell me what is marine?
What's your question?
What is marine? Marine.
Marine?
Marine ecosystems, yeah.
Is it like the ocean?
Yes, bravo. It is the ocean. Thank you, Leon. It is the ocean. Okay? So, as we have many ecosystems on the land, also there are many ecosystems in the ocean, in the water life, right? So, today we are going to talk about these ecosystems, but at first we have to distinguish between different layers in the marine and to see how they are different. Okay, so the ocean, احنا we know that we have ocean with shallow little beach, and we have very deep ocean parts, right? تقريبا توصل تقريبا الميترز till the last layer in the ocean 2000 meters تقريبا. Okay, and the scientists divided the ocean according to several systems. قالوا first خلينا نقول إنه ocean can be divided to a place where the sun can be received easily. وفي عندي place which is deep, very very deep, the sun cannot be received easily. صح؟ وفي عندي very dark places, no sun أصلا can penetrate and reach the very deep parts in the ocean. So they said إنه they can divide the ocean using several systems. One of these systems اللي هي presence of light. Okay? To differentiate between areas of the ocean. عندي أنا photic zone. في الفيرست system قالوا في عندي photic zone like here as you see in the picture, in the very upper layer where the water or where the sunlight can penetrate and reach and go through the water. هي يسموها photic portion of ocean that receives plentiful sunlight. And the other type or part اللي هو aphotic zone, which is the depth of ocean, deep parts there where sunlight does not reach. So the first system the scientists used was according to the presence of light. قسموها لphotic and aphotic. The second one, they divided the ocean into different zones, and this is the simplest division of the ocean, separates the water of the open sea, okay, from the ocean floor. And the open sea, they call it pelagic zone, and الاوشن فلور سموه ايش؟ بنتك زون. اذا this is the other system. اذا the other system separate the water as open sea and اللي هو والاوشن فلور. الاوبن سي اللي هو up او the water okay والاوشن فلور down at the bottom of the ocean. The open sea they call it pelagic and the ocean floor is called benthic zone. Okay, you understand these two systems? Any question about these two systems?
Can you, I'm sorry, Miss, but can you repeat?
Yes, of course. So now the ocean, okay, now ocean is a water containing large variety of living things. Like ocean, and you know the ocean's water, expanse of water containing variety of living things. Okay, and it can reach to great depth. Okay, till the deep sea vents. هلا الاوشن هدول الساينتست divided the ocean to different zones. Okay, but they used the three systems to divide the ocean. The simplest division of the ocean was as separate the sea of water of the open sea and the ocean floor. هيك قسموه. In the first system they divide the ocean as the open sea اللي هو water in the open sea and the ocean floor. They call the open sea pelagic zone and the ocean floor at the bottom call it benthic zone. Is it clear this one? This is the first system. Is it clear?
What was the one that between the ocean, open ocean and the ocean floor?
Now, in the first system they just divided to two zones. اللي هو
okay.
open sea اللي هو pelagic and the ocean floor which is the benthic zone. تمام؟ Only to two. They divided to two zones. هلا in the other system يعني they use several systems. In the other system they divide the ocean according to the presence of light. عندي أنا the part where it can receive plentiful of sunlight was called photic in photosynthesis, from the light, photic zone. This is the portion where it can receive plentiful of sunlight. And the other zone is aphotic, where refers to the depth of the ocean where sunlight does not reach.
Okay.
Okay, تمام. Any question guys still here? Yes, Tala.
بتذكر أخذنا إشي chemosynthesis. Is it have a connection with this?
صح. الكيموسينثيسيس برافو عليكي. هدول الكيموسينثيسيس هي is a process where some organisms they make their food يعني هم بيكونوا زي البلانت. They make their food without sunlight. How? By chemicals. هدول البلانت they live near the deep sea vents. يعني الاوشن فلور فما في it cannot receive enough sunlight او اصلا بالمره ما بتفوت يعني no light can reach there. So how they are going to make their food? By chemosynthesis, by using chemicals to make their food. برافو عليكي. Yes, thank you. Is it clear يا تالا now?
Yes.
تمام. Now in the third system, okay, the ocean is separated into zones using distance from the shoreline and water depth. هنا they divide by using this system they divide the zones of the ocean to 4 zones. Okay, according to what? According by using the distance from the shoreline and the water depth. Okay, let's see what is the first zone, which is the intertidal zone. What is it? Let's see, watch this video and see what is the first zone of the ocean. Okay, I will share with you this video. Can you see it? Guys, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. This is the first zone according to the third system.
For an animal to survive in a marine environment, it's always a challenge. But what
Miss, how is the voice of the video? Can you hear it?
We can hear it, but maybe it's a little low.
Yeah, it's a little low, but can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, if anyone has a problem, please tell me. I will continue now.
part of the marine world presents the most challenging conditions? One of the areas that surely has to top anybody's list is the intertidal. The intertidal is the area between the lowest flow tide and the highest high tide.
So,
Condi-
the first zone is the intertidal. Intertidal is the area between the lowest tide and the highest tide. What's the meaning of tide? مين بيعرف شو يعني tide؟ Okay, again.
One of the areas that surely has to top anybody's list is the intertidal. The intertidal is the area between the lowest flow tide and the highest high tide.
Can you see how the water waves move to the shoreline?
Yes.
Yeah, what is the tide?
Isn't it like the rise of like water level or something?
Yes, yes. Now, sometimes you will find that the waves of the ocean are very near the beach, and sometimes they will be away from the beach, right? These are
Right.
tides. Sorry,
Nothing.
you know, تعرفوا in Arabic المد والجزر that happen in the ocean. IMS. Did anyone know about this? Okay, let's continue. I will tell you now, but let's listen to the video first. Okay, I will tell you now. Let's continue now.
The conditions here are some of the harshest of all marine environments. The organisms that live in the intertidal are subjected to wild fluctuations in salinity, temperature, and of course they're constantly punished by relentless wave energy. The challenges that the plants and animals here face are unlike those of any other part of the marine world. When the tide goes out, we're able to access the intertidal from the shore. This area that's underwater during a high tide becomes exposed, and what's left behind are tide pools. Here in Hawaii, the tide change is only about 3 feet on a really big day. That means that the tide pools here are just a few feet and sometimes only a few inches deep. Nevertheless, they remain fascinating places to explore. As soon as the tide goes low enough that a tide pool is cut off from the ocean, the sun begins to heat the water and it starts to evaporate. As it evaporates, the salinity or saltiness of the water increases. This is really stressful to most organisms, and the plants and animals that live here have to have adaptations that allow them to tolerate extremely salty and hot conditions. The first thing you notice in these tide pools is that it's not a coral reef. Corals can't handle these types of conditions very well, and the substrate or the bottom of the tide pool is generally either bare rock or is covered with algae. Amazingly, there are fish that can live in these tide pools. Obviously, they have to be small-bodied fishes, and many of them are juveniles of species that, when they grow larger, will leave the tide pool areas and live on the coral reef. Other species, like this blenny, will spend its entire adult life inside the tide pool. Towards the end of the low tide, a lot of the water in the tide pools has evaporated, and a lot of the available habitat for the fishes has dried up.
Okay, guys. Hello. The first thing I would like to tell you about is what are tides. Tide is flowing of the water, low or high. Sometimes you will find the water reaches or covers more of the beach. Okay? And sometimes the beach or the water will be so away from the beach. What causes these tides is a gravity between the sun and the moon, which affect the level of the tide on the beach or on the ocean. Okay, this يعني لازم تكونوا ماخدينها انتوا هاي before, but I will explain it for you next time إن شاء الله. I will show you a picture to explain for you what are the tides. بس هم التايدز اللي هو flowing of water, high flow and low flow of water, which cause some places over the shoreline. Sometimes they are covered with water and sometimes they are not covered with water. Okay, and this is caused by gravity between moon and the sun that affect the has its effect on earth. Okay, هلا for today we have to stop till here now. All right, any question till here? محمد حلاوة.
لا يا مس.
Tomorrow inshallah we will continue. I will send you this video to watch again, and tomorrow we will continue inshallah, and I will explain for you the tides very in detail to understand what is tide. Okay, but this is the first zone, which is intertidal zone. And I want to take the attendance, so please wait. One minute, guys, please. Don't forget, you have a quiz today at 12:30. I will send you the code, inshallah, on time. Right, so you can leave now, guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you.